Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maisie and today we are going to be making like a Victoria sponge, but not an only Victoria sponge, a strawberries and cream Victoria sponge. So before we get this video started, you need to wash these hands and put your apron on. Pause me while you do that. Okay, let's start. So as you know, first of all, well you might not know, but first of all, you need to put your butter and your baking paper in the bottom of the tin. If you are wondering why you need to do that, it's because so the cake doesn't stick to the tin, okay? So, you need 6 ounces of self-raising flour, 6 ounces of butter, 6 ounces of sugar, 3 eggs, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. So first of all, I think I'm gonna measure out the sugar. So I'm gonna put my weighing thing. Let's measure out 6 ounces. Just gonna mash up some of the sugar. Well, I might as well I'm just gonna pop some in here. Let me check. Yeah, that's perfect. So that is 6 ounces done and ready to add to the bowl. So now I'm going to have my bowl ready and I'm going to add the sugar to the bowl. Now I'm going to do butter, and you need 6 ounces of butter as well. Put that back to ounces. This is a new butter. Need this spoon. A big lump of butter, but you need to just go steady sometimes. That's nearly all finished now. We're nearly at 6 ounces. Just a little bit more and we'll be at 6 ounces. Yep, we're at 6 ounces. That's good. Now I'm just going to rinse my hands off. So now I'm going to add my butter to the sugar. Get a fork and just mash it up a little bit and stir it in with the sugar. And then the butter will mix with the sugar. And it will start to go very crumbly in there. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna move on to 3 eggs and self-raising flour. So we're gonna put this back on for the ounces again. Self-raising flour. So now we're going to do 6 ounces of self-raising flour. So we're nearly close to 6 ounces, so I think that would be 6 ounces. Yep, about 6 ounces. So I'm going to add that to a little bit of the flour spillage. so now I'm going to pop that to the side and do my 3 eggs and mix the mixture together. So I'm going to get my bowl, and I'm now going to get my 3 eggs ready to add to the mixture. Okay guys, now I have got my 3 eggs ready for my bowl. That's okay. Ready for my bowl and the mixture. So therefore I'm going to crack these eggs in. That's good. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna pop these in my bin, rinse my hands off because I've got all egg on them. Now I'm gonna give them a good beat in and adding them to the mixture. Okay, so I'm giving them a good whisk now, and I'm sure they'll be good enough to add to the mixture. Okay, now I'm going to start to give all of this a good whisk up. So it is already starting to turn into like a nice mixture. And now I'm going to add a half of a teaspoon of vanilla essence now. And then we can carry on mixing. Okay, so I'm maybe going to say that is enough. Maybe just a little strip more. Okay, that's enough, definitely. Okay, now we're going to carry on mixing. So we can add that to the mixture. You have to sort of mix this quite fast and make sure that you don't over whisk it, but make sure that it does have still a nice mixture. Like this mixture, it's quite nice, it's quite, you know, it's nicely mixed. Okay, so now I think this is mixed, so we're going to tip the mixture equally into the 2 tins. So I've got my spatula, and I'm going to get 1 tin, and I'm going to slowly pour some in. To the mixture, mix it again, pour a bit more in. Now go on to another mixture and pour some more in. You just got to make sure that you kind of get it equal. Okay, so I'm just going to do that one, and then do that one. Okay, now I'm just going to get all this out. Make sure we get all of it. So I'm just going to spread it out, just see if it's okay now. Well, I think the tins are looking pretty good, and they all seem to be nice and sealed. So now I'm going to put in the oven at 180, and it's going to go on the middle shelf. I'm going to put these two tins on in the middle shelf. Okay, now I'm going to clear up the mess that I've made and see you in part 2. Okay, welcome back guys. So the cakes are done. This is one side of them. Oh, that is one side of them. Now we are going to do the icing, or like the butter icing, sorry. So I'm going to start with the butter. I have put a bit of ice, no sorry I haven't, I have put some baking paper on the weighing part, because so then it doesn't make all the bottom all messy. You do need 100 grams of butter, so let's do that. I'm going to just lay this out, make sure it's at 0. Haven't I? Okay. So I'm going to, maybe this isn't going to work. I might have to take that off because it keeps rolling up, but never mind, let's carry on. So we need 100 grams. Not quite. Oops. Nearly, just got a little bit more. And just a little bit more. Yep, great. That is 100 grams exact. Alright, okay. Now, I'm going to get my bowl and tip the butter into there. Tip. Okay, so I've got all my butter in there now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly wipe the top off because the baking paper didn't work, but never mind about that. I've wiped the top off, and now I'm going to start measuring out my icing sugar. Let's go back to the ounces. Not the ounces, the grams. Now, for the icing sugar, you need 200 grams. So get your measuring scales on 200, ready to measure. Yeah, that's exact. There has been a lot of smoke coming back, but that is the icing sugar. So I'm just gonna put this together. And now I'm gonna get my whisk in, and I need to get my whisk, and then need to start whisking. Oh, I need to be turned off. Now, there was a lot of dust. This was from the icing sugar. So, yeah, there was a lot of dust flying out. I am going to do a taste tester because you need to make sure if it's right or it's wrong. It's nice. I'll give that. It's amazing. And it's really nice. I have got to add a little bit of vanilla extract, which I'm now going to get and just see how that goes. So I've now got my vanilla extract. I'm going to put a little bit in. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to carry on whisking and see how it goes. Okay, I think that's good. You never want to over whisk it because it will just be a very different job to do. So I'm now going to whack my thing on the edge. Okay, I'm now going to just try a bit. Now that is really nice. And that is, I think that is a good icing. A good butter icing. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna move us guys onto this part where we're gonna be cutting up the strawberries to go on our cake. So I'm gonna cut the tops off and chop them in half. Cut the tops off and cut them in half. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe big ones like these you need to cut off a bit more because they are very big. Chop in half and cut again. I'm going to chop that and chop that. Okay, so nearly I have finished all of this. And then I'll check if the cakes are cold enough to put the cream and the strawberries on. Okay, so let's see if they're ready. I'm pretty sure they might be, but not fully sure. So let's move that out of the way. They are still a bit warm, but they are good. So now I will come back again, as I've showed you how to do the butter icing and the strawberries. I will come back and show you what I do to put the icing sugar and the strawberries to make a really nice strawberries and cream Victoria sponge. See you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, again, I'm back to do the butter icing and the strawberries. So let's start. So these cakes are ready now. This is how they turned out. I'm now gonna put some butter icing on the top of the cake and then some strawberries. And then I'll explain what's next. So first of all, I'm just gonna start spreading it about and make sure that I've got most of it covered, because that is what is needed really. So I'm just going to start spreading it, making sure I get everywhere covered before I redo some. I am going to do like a kind of thickish layer on the cream, but I need to make sure I've got some for the other side. Instead, you can use a spatula to spread the cream about, but if you use like a butter knife, it's easier because you have more control to spread it about on the cake. So just spread some down here. Okay. So now what I think I'm going to do, I just missed a little bit, sorry guys. Just missed a little bit down there. Just got to do that bit there. Just spread that bit around there. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some strawberries around on the cake, so it's ready for the other piece of the cake to go on the top to make a really nice Victoria sponge. Okay, perfect. So now I have done that, I'm now gonna do the other cake, which is on the rack. So now I'm gonna just get another pan ready to do this one. I'm gonna line that and get this paint. I'm not sure if it's gonna be big enough or not, but we'll see about that. Yeah, that's alright, I think. So now I'm gonna put the rest of the cream on this side of the cake and add the rest of the strawberries. I'm just gonna pop it on there. I'm going to make sure I get all around the edges as well, like I did the other piece. So I'm nearly finished spreading all the way around. I have got a big thick layer on this end. Make it nice and even. Okay, now I'm going to add some strawberries again. Okay, so I'm nearly done. I'm just going to add that there. And then 3 in the middle. Great, now this is going to be a bit of a struggle, but I've now got to pick this up. So I'm just going to move the plate across. So I've got to pick this up and flip it over. Like that, I think. Is that right? That looks good, I think. You push the strawberries in a little bit. Push that one in. Come on. Good. So this is the final of the strawberries and cream Victoria sponge. I think it looks really nice and I can't wait to try it. Subscribe if you like my videos, guys, and I will keep baking. Make sure you, or don't make sure, but try if you want to, try this at home and I'm sure it'll be really nice. Thanks for watching my videos, guys, and yeah, just keep baking. Bye!